Welcome back to my channel, guys. So today we are going to draw the pattern for this beautiful dress. It's actually a corset dress, but I decided to make mine a bustier instead of a corset. Here is my pattern, which have been drafted already. You can make this dress using a simple basic bodice pattern, or you can equally use Natalia's brace pattern. I believe you'll get the same result. So placing the tape at the top line, I have 10.5 as the bust point. Then I have 14 as the underbust and 17.25 as the half length. Then from the waist to the hip line is 9 inches. Then at the back I have the same measurement as well. So the next thing I'm going to do is to cover up this dart by the side. In order to do that, I have to open up the shoulder. So now I'm just going to draw a straight line connecting the bust point to the shoulder. You can draw this straight line to touch the midpoint of the shoulder. I think any position you really want. It can even be at the tip of the shoulder, just beside the neck. After that, I'm going to cut it open through the shoulder to the bust point, then also from the side to the bust point. After that, I'm going to measure from the bust point down to the underbust, which I have here as 3.5. Then I'll mark the 3.5 at the 2 dart legs of the new dart at the shoulder. This is the easiest way to get your overbust line. So on that position, I'm going to mark out 1/2 inch on both sides of the dart leg. Then I'll go ahead and use the curve ruler to connect the point down to the bust point. So next step, I'm going to draw in the curve at the bust area. From the bust point, I'll mark 1 inch upwards. And then I'll connect this new point with a curve to the point at the first dart leg of the shoulder dart. Now this will create the yoke at the bust area. From the second dart leg, I'll draw a curved line down to the armhole. Remember that 1/2 inch I marked out on the 2 dart legs. I'll connect these 2 points upwards to the shoulder. Alright, so let's move down to the underbust to tighten the underbust. My underbust circumference, which is 31 divided by 4, will give me 7.75, and I'll just mark it. Next, I'll measure the width of the dart on the underbust, which I have here as 1 inch. Then I'll replace it back here on the underbust line. After that, I'll measure what I have left, which is about 1 inch. I'll keep this 1 inch in mind because I'll still use it. Moving on to the back, I'll do the same thing there. I'll mark 1/4 of my underbust circumference measurement. I will now measure the dart width on the line and replace it back on the underbust line. After marking the width, I'll now measure what I have left, just like I did for the front. So what I have left is 1/4 of an inch. This 1/4 of an inch from the back plus 1 inch I have left on the front pattern will give me 1¼ inch. From this total, I'll mark out 0.5 inch on the right dart leg of the underbust and then the remaining 0.75 inch on the left dart leg. So from these 2 points on the underbust, I'll connect them upwards to the bust point using a curved line, and also connect them down to the waistline using a straight line. So here at the back pattern, I'm going to increase the dart upwards. And to do that, I'll find the midpoint between the tip of the shoulder down to the armhole line. After marking the midpoint, I'll draw a straight line across it. Now I'm going to measure from the center back to the tip of the dart. What I get, I'll mark it on the line. Now from this new point I just marked, I'm going to redraw the dart. So why I did this was to tighten that back area because sometimes it slacks over there. To remove the bulge that usually appear on the zipper at the back, mark out 0.75 inch on the center back at the waistline. Connect the point upwards on the line I previously drew above the armhole. Still on the center back, from the waistline downwards, mark 6 inches. Then from that new point, connect it upwards to the waistline. This 0.75 inch I just removed from the center back, I will place it on both the front and the back pattern. I will divide the 0.75 inch by 2, and whatever I get, I will mark it on both the front and the back. After marking it on both the front and the back, I will connect it upwards to the under bust line and also down to the hip line for both the front and the back pattern. Why I stopped at the under bust is because I don't want anything extra to be added there. It will just defeat the purpose of tightening the under bust. So next up, I'll go to the back pattern, and on the armhole line I'm going to mark down 1 inch, then I'll connect it towards the armhole line to create a curve. I'm just going to fold in the dart so that I can redraw the line. Now I'm going to start cutting out the pattern. After cutting off this part, I'm going to gum them back together. This part of the curve that is much more pronounced, I'm going to smoothen that area a bit. So after cutting out all the patterns, this is what I have. Then I'll go ahead and finish up the neckline. Now for the depth of the neckline, I'm going to measure 4 inches, and then for the width of the neckline, I'll measure 3.5 inches. So this will widen neckline a bit because I don't want it to choke me. I will now draw a new curve line for the neck. I will now move on to the back pattern, starting from the neckline. Just like I did for the front, I'll measure 3.5 inches as the width and 1 inch as the depth. From the nape of the neck, I'll mark out 1 inch. So this 1 inch is the position where I'll sew in the press button. From that position, I'm going to draw a line connecting it down to the dart. For this remaining dart, I'm going to cover it up by folding it. I will then hold it in place using a sellotape or a masking tape. Remember the 1 inch I marked earlier? I'm going to draw a line from that point all the way down to that part I covered the dart. So here is the point where I want the line to stop. And I'm going to draw the line connecting them both with a curve. It doesn't really have to be a straight line, or you can make it a straight line if you want. And I'll go ahead and cut it out. This part that I'm cutting out here will be open at the back. Now for the remaining back pattern, you see the dart and I didn't cut it off. I'm going to tape it down with the masking tape. Now this is what I have, and next I'm going to move back to the center back. At the center back, I'm going to mark 1¼ inch from the bottom to the top, and then use a ruler and connect it with a straight line. For this dress, I'm not going to use a zipper, so from the center back now, I'm going to mark 1¼ inch at the waistline all the way to the top. So instead of using a zipper, I decided to use an eyelet, which is why I'm going to cut off this part. So the eyelet I will add here will sit in between two different bonnets. So I'm going to create the channel for the bonnet right now. Starting from the back, I'll mark 1/2 inch on the waistline all the way to the top. Then I'll connect the 2 points together with a straight line. This 1/2 inch is going to be the channel for the first bonnet. So next, I'll mark 0.75 inch and connect it with a straight line just like I did before. For this 0.75 space I just created, it's going to be for the eyelet. Then I'll go ahead and mark another 1/2 inch and connect the line all the way to the top to create another channel for bonnet. As you can see, this is the reason why I didn't cut out that dart. So now I'm just going to label the spaces so that it won't get confusing. Remember that dart line that I didn't cut off, I'm going to draw it back by the side. Remember to always notch this position where the back yoke meets the rest of the back pattern. Now I'll just go ahead and clean up this line that I don't need, just to avoid confusion. This part that I'm going to shade now is going to be the bonnet channels, while the one in between is for the eyelet. So we're almost at the end of the tutorial, and this is what the back pattern looks like. Next up, I'll now move on to the skirt part. So at the hem of the dress, I marked out 2.75 inches from the midpoint. I did the same thing for the front and the back. Then I drew in the line, connecting it to the hip line. There's nothing else left to do, so I'll just go ahead and start cutting out the patterns.